Good morning, everybody, and welcome back from spring break. Hope you're ready to finish out the year here online. Not ideally what we had hoped for, but I guess we'll make do. So, in our effort to keep moving forward, we're going to start with a little bit of solving and graphing inequalities to start off this week. As you might have noticed, I posted the homework for today a little early, like before spring break. So maybe you figured it out, maybe you didn't. If you didn't have a chance to figure it out, here's some quick notes. Inequalities are the signs that look like this one, which is less than. We have the one opposite that is greater than. And a couple of things that go along with that are what we call an open circle. And eventually we're going to get to the dashed line part. We also have the less than or equal to. Or the greater than or equal to. Okay, and what we have here, we have a closed circle. Notice the opposite, open, closed, and a solid line. Today we're just going to be working with these two top circles. We're going to be graphing and we're going to do a little bit of solving. So when it comes to graphing, for example, we're going to graph these on a number line. It's pretty quick and simple. Example 1 is if I said graph the solution for x is less than 5, we'd put down a 0. We have a 5 here on our scale. Because it's a less than symbol, we have an open circle, and then we need an arrow that says there's more than one solution to this. Where are all the solutions? So x, if I put in a 0 here, 0 is less than 5, 3 is less than 5, 2 is less than 5. So that means everything down this way is what my answer is. So you have a circle, and then we throw in a little arrow here, just like that. All right. Now, sometimes we're going to do two more of these. One, I just want to point out a lot of people get used to having the variable on the left side there, and the arrow always works. But if you end up with your variable on the opposite side, so -2 is greater than, let's say, y, greater than or equal to, let's do that. All right, when we graph this one, 0, 2, -2, 1, it's a greater than or equal to sign. And so it is a closed circle as opposed to the open circle. And what's a value for y that makes this true? Well, a value that is smaller than -2 would be -3, -4, -5. So again, the arrow in this case goes in this direction out here to the left. Notice it doesn't go in the same direction that it points, so you have to be careful there. Now, last but not least, sometimes you have to a compound inequality, and a compound inequality might look like 5 is less than x, which is less than or equal to 3, for instance. So if that's our case, we're going to put a -5 out here. We'll put a +3 up there. And we're going to have two dots, one for each of these. We have an open circle at -5 because that is a less than symbol. This is a less than or greater than symbol. So that's going to be a closed circle. Okay? And now, where are all the values that are greater than -5? Well, it'd be anything in here. -4, -3, 0, 4. Where are all the values that are less than 3? 2, 1, 0, -4. So that means for this solution, I'm going to shade, or I'm going to join these two circles right here. Okay, so we have that goes down through the middle. One last option, we could have x is less than or equal to -1, or x is greater than 3. Let's do that. So in this case, I'm going to draw my number line, and I got 0 and -1, and we'll put +3 up here. Again, closed circle because the x is less than -1. Open circle at +3. Where are all the values that make this one true? Well, they have to be down here. -2, -3, -5. Those are all less than -1. So I'm going to put this arrow there. And all the values that are greater than 3. So that's going to be 4, 5, 7. So I'm going to put those up here. And I'm going to draw that line out right there. Okay, so there's your graphing of inequalities. We've done the graphing part of it. I'm going to do a second video, so this not to take too long, for the solving part as well. So this is part of the homework, and I'll give you the graphing or the solving in just a second.